Let's take a look at adding and subtracting polynomials. We add by simply dropping the grouping symbols. And we're going to recopy each polynomial without making any changes to either polynomial. I'm going to color code this polynomial. I'm going to put like terms in the same color. No changes are going to be made to each term. Okay, so now we're going to rearrange the terms so that like terms are side by side. And now we're going to combine like terms. 3x cubed minus 4x cubed is negative x cubed, plus x squared minus 3x minus 18. This is our final answer. Let's look at another addition. Again, this time I'm not going to use the color coding, but when I add, I simply drop the grouping symbols. No changes made to the sign of each term. All terms remain as they were in the original problem. I've rearranged things so like terms are together, and now we're going to combine like terms. 7y squared minus 3y squared is 4y squared, plus 3y, minus 4 plus 7 is a positive 3. And this is our final answer. Let's look at subtraction. When I subtract polynomials, I drop the grouping term from the first polynomial. So notice no changes made to the first polynomial. But now I'm going to change the sign of every term in the second polynomial. So when I subtract minus 4p squared, I get plus 4p squared. When I subtract negative 6, I get positive 6p. And when I subtract positive 8, that becomes a negative 8. I'm going to rearrange this so that like terms are grouped together. And then I'm going to combine the like terms. 2p squared plus 4p squared is 6p squared. 3p plus 6p is 9p. 14 minus 8 is 6, positive 6. And this is my final answer. Let's look at another subtraction. Again, I drop the grouping on the first polynomial. I make no change to the first polynomial. Since I'm subtracting the second polynomial, every sign in the second polynomial is changed and added. So minus 7m squared is plus 7m squared. Subtraction of minus 3 is plus 3. Subtraction of minus 12m is plus 12m. I'm going to rearrange so that like terms are grouped together. And now let's add. Negative 7m squared plus 7m squared is 0. Minus 5m plus 12m is 7m. Minus 9 plus 3 is minus 6. And this is my final answer. One last subtraction. I drop the grouping on the first polynomial. I change the sign of every term in the second polynomial and add it. Change the sign of every term in the third polynomial and add. And notice how I'm now regrouping so that like terms are together. Minus 6x minus 5x minus 7x gives me a minus 18x. Minus 3 minus 2 plus 4 gives me a negative 1. And this is my final answer. So I just have to be very careful on subtraction that I change the sign of every term in the second polynomial and add. This is my final answer, minus 18x minus 1.